All right, it looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. This is Meteorologist Andrew Pineiro with another weather podcast video. So, let me get the camera right here. And there we go. There I am. Hello, everyone. This is Meteorologist Andrew Pineiro with another weather podcast video. So this week we're going to be talking about the 7-day forecast, and we did get quite a bit of rain and some slushy conditions in some areas throughout the tri-state region from that nor'easter that made its way through. How did that help the drought? And do we see any more moderate conditions or wintry conditions? I'll let you know coming up in just the next few minutes. So for today, at least, I do want to first talk about that system that made its way through Monday into Tuesday. So I just want to show we did get some areas got about 1 to 3 inches of rain. Once you get into the Hudson Valley, we did see a little bit of some sleety areas right around Westchester and Rockland County. Once you get into Orange, Putnam, then really far north in Sullivan, Ulster, Dutchess County, they saw some snow there. And we are also going to be seeing maybe a little bit better drought conditions. So I have right up here the drought monitor. So if I switch over here, the drought situation has gotten a lot better. We're seeing in some areas in Connecticut still that extreme drought. In this orangey color, that is still a severe drought. So Long Island is much better, and along the Jersey Shore, some of the harder hit areas with that nor'easter that made its way through. And then I was watching some of the winds, and with this nor'easter, and also the definition of a nor'easter means winds are coming from the northeast. So with this northeasterly wind, a lot of wind and rain hit the Jersey Shore there, and a lot of the South Shore of Long Island, a little bit of the North Shore as well. So that's where a lot of rain made its way in. So much better drought conditions there. We're still in a drought everywhere in the tri-state, but it got a little bit better. Going more into the northwest part of New Jersey and lower Hudson Valley, still a drought. It's much better. Connecticut didn't really see too much once you got to the northwest corner because the low pressure of the nor'easter it stayed offshore. It kind of followed this track of just staying right offshore, continuing northeast, and that pretty much gave them not too much. The further north you went into the northeastern area of the U.S. there. But the drought is much better, so we are going to be seeing a little bit of a relief, but we are still in the drought, and we do need a little bit more rain. So now let's take a look at the weather for the next few days. So this right now is one model called the RPM. It's showing still nice, clear conditions for the rest of the night tonight. We are going to be seeing some increase in clouds, and if you look just in the early morning hours, some more showers out there, but we're going to be having the bulk of the shower activity looks like tomorrow morning. I don't really think too much in the afternoon, but we are going to be seeing a little bit of some spotty shower chance by the time we get to the afternoon hours. Once that system makes its way through, this is now going into Thursday evening, Thursday night. Now we're getting to early Friday. Still looks pretty dry out there. And then on Friday, this is where we start getting some big changes. If you see these little yellow lines, those are called isobars. They are pretty tightly packed there. So that means we are going to be having some pretty breezy conditions as well. And after Friday, that's when the temperatures really start to drop off. We're going to see the temperatures getting back down into the wintry area, upper 30s to the low 40s. It was much better today, it felt like, and tomorrow looks like a little bit of a nice day as well. Even though with those showers, it's still going to have temperatures right around 50 degrees. Going beyond this, now we're going to go into, this is the 27th of Friday. Friday night, going into Saturday on this model. Doesn't look like too much. And then when we take a look at Sunday, remember, it's still going to be cold. Yes, this model doesn't go out too far. So this is ending on looks like Saturday at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So by that time, it still looks like a pretty quiet day on Saturday. Next model here, this one's called the NAM. This one was showing about the same story, but you can also see here these red lines, that dark blue line, and the dotted blue lines. That is kind of a temperature gradient. Those are called isotherms. So with these, more specifically, these are called thickness lines, but again, that gets a little bit advanced in meteorology. You can kind of think of that more as temperature lines without boring you too much with the sciencey part of weather. But when we take a look at here, this is going into Thursday morning. We're seeing that still is a little bit above freezing, and we're seeing those showers make their way through. After that, it looks like it's starting to get cooler. It's just this dark line. I kind of think of that as the freezing lines just making its way through. So we're not really seeing too much more with rain showers. It could be a little bit of flurry mix now. I don't really think that's much of the case. But then it'll be pretty much ending. Much colder conditions come in for Friday and Saturday. Then when we take a look at just barely getting, oh, there's the end of the model, just barely getting into Sunday. This is about 1 in the morning on Sunday. Still cold. We have a little range models. This is the European model here, and we're going to see with the European model, it goes out a little bit further, but let's take a look and see what happens. So this is today, we're seeing pretty dry conditions. Then this is early in the morning on Thursday. Still seeing the showery activity. This particular model is having the showers last into the afternoon. It's delaying the time when this freezing line kind of makes its way through. So pretty much just showers for Thursday. It's still going to be one of the warmer days of the week until that line, that cold front, makes its way through. Then we're going to be seeing on Friday, it's pretty dry, but it's also pretty cold. And these ISO bars that are those black lines on this particular model, that's making its way through. So, and getting a little bit tighter. So we're going to have also breezy conditions. That's pretty much what this model's saying as well. Saturday looks to be about the same thing. Gets a little bit more widespread with those isobars, so not as breezy. Then when we take a look now, it's Sunday. This is when we're starting to see some moisture make its way in, so there is a chance of some flurries. Looks like the pre-dawn hours, or I should say the late night hours, pre-dawn Monday. So we could see maybe a flurry or two. Nothing really too much to worry about. I would say most areas probably won't even see that. Monday, it's still cold. Then we're taking a look now Tuesday. This is when some moisture does just barely make its way in Tuesday night going into Wednesday. No showers by next week, but that's still a week away. And the last model I want to show you guys, this is the GFS, one of the American models. We're starting again today. That surge of warmth is still in the area with these red lines. Then when we take a look at tomorrow, we're seeing it's a little bit more intense with the GFS here with these showers and that cold front making their way through. If you look back here, that's those tight isobars, so that's the breezy conditions coming in, and this is going to be for Friday, so breezy conditions and cold. A lot of these models are saying that, so pretty much that's what I'm going to be expecting with the weather for Friday. We are going to then see on the GFS, it's a little bit closer with this moisture going into Saturday. I still really don't think we're going to see much on Saturday. It's going to be probably just a dry weather day, a calm weather day. Still a little breezy though. Then on Sunday, it's just barely staying out of the area with this moisture. Still cold. But then when we look at Sunday night on this one going into early Monday, this one's bringing in a little bit more moisture, so that does look like some more steady snow showers. I'm not really too certain because this is only 2 models and they are kind of far out at this point. But going beyond this, we're still seeing some cold air out there on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, we're seeing maybe on this one a little bit more moisture making its way in. But then going into Wednesday, not really too much. So Tuesday or Wednesday may see a little bit of a flurry activity or a little bit of flurry action. I don't think too much in terms of accumulating snow. I have been getting some people asking, when are we seeing the big snow? When are we going to get the big snow? I don't really think we're getting too much in the way of the big snow. At least not for the next week or two. So my blizzards. She really wants a blizzard. A lot of friends want blizzards. Some people on Facebook that I've been talking to, they don't want the blizzards. They kind of like the winter we've been having. So, it depends on what you like. I think we're gonna have a pretty calm rest of the next couple of weeks. That we are going to have maybe a little bit more snow. I've been looking at that maybe the past 5 years worth, so we have seen a bit more snow action in February. So for right now, at least for the rest of the winter, I'm gonna hold my judgment for are we gonna see the big blizzards until we get to a little bit closer getting into February with those forecast models. So this meteorologist Andrew Pineiro with another weekly weather forecast, or I'm trying to get weekly. I can't guarantee every week, but at least I'm trying to get a weekly weather podcast for you guys with the weather forecast. So have a great night. Enjoy the warmer weather tomorrow, a little bit mild, right around that 50-degree mark, and then definitely prepare yourself for the cold starting after Friday. Have a good night, everybody.